Welcome back to Upper Michigan Today, everybody. Grab out your notebooks and take some notes because we are showing you a demonstration. We have pulled Kathy and Jillian into the conversation to teach us how to make a t-shirt quilt. So I feel like where to get started, you pull out your old shirts that you've been collecting for years. That's exactly what I've been doing, and I have so many t-shirts from different events, organizations that I visited around the Upper Peninsula that I don't want to get rid of them because they're really great memories, especially work memories, but I couldn't possibly wear that many t-shirts, so that's where this idea came from. So I guess besides t-shirts, what else do we need to get started?
Well, the nice thing about the t-shirt quilts is you can use more than just a cotton t-shirt because I see that you have in here, where did I see it?
I got
like
this,
an athletic shirt, football jerseys, sweatshirts, all of those you can use. And I like to use t-shirts, but then I like to frame them in generally. I don't like always just a t-shirt next to a t-shirt. So then I like to use cotton fabric, which my favorite brand is Kona. So I just brought today, thinking that we would use to demonstrate some white and two blues.
Perfect. So you're actually like making a frame around the t-shirt.
I'm making a frame around the t-shirt.
I think you have, I don't know if we can get a shot of those quilts, but there's like the one in the middle, kind of, right?
Exactly.
It has the frame around it.
Yep, and the one on the far left,
this guy?
yep, is just t-shirts next to t-shirts. So that's a different style.
So t-shirts next to t-shirts, then you have the framed, and then
that one on the far right, it's framed as well, but it's framed so that they're kind of wonky and cockeyed. So there are so many options of what you could do.
Sure.
And then the other thing that you definitely need when making a t-shirt quilt is a stabilizer, because t-shirts are very stretchy. Well, if you don't stabilize it and put something on the back of it, then you won't be able to make perfect squares, and it will be just nasty looking. So I just buy this in bulk. And you can get this at a local quilt shop.
And what did you say that is?
It is a fusible interfacing.
Okay.
And it just, you iron it on and it stabilizes it and makes it so that it's not stretchy.
Okay.
But you can find it.
So you're ironing that onto the back of the pattern, or the t-shirt. Yeah, okay.
So we're just going to pick one shirt, whichever one you want to start with.
Let's start this one so I can let everyone know I ran a 5K.
That feels right.
Because you are so athletic. And when
she is actually athletic. Don't let her fool you, for the record.
When I'm doing this, I look at my sleeves and the front and the back of the shirt, because you can use everything. If it has a really neat insignia or a logo or something on the sleeve, I then can cut that out and I can applique it or put it elsewhere on there. This one doesn't have, I don't think that this is significant to you, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
So if it's not significant, then I just take the shirt and I just cut right up the seam of the sleeves and across the top. So are you wanting to make this?
Sure.
Oh,
I only took these out of the way because it was blocking the camera shot, so I'm just moving out of the way.
Here, I'll take those and put them off to the side.
Okay.
This is, we're gonna just keep moving them otherwise. Okay.
So I'm cutting along the seam?
Yep, just cut right along the seam.
Why am I nervous?
You know, if somebody's thinking about doing something like this for say a Christmas present, I think it makes such a lovely Christmas present. How long? I mean, we're gonna get started today, and I guess it depends on the skill level, but say you're a beginner, like T and I are just getting into this. How long should we plan to be working on it? Is it too late to start?
I probably in a year's time make 20 to 30 t-shirt quilts. They're commissioned out.
Okay.
So I
could actually just bring my shirts to you.
Correct. But I'm quite skilled at it. I can do one. I can get one done in 2 days.
Wow. Okay.
But working 8 hours in the day.
Sure.
But if you're doing it for the first time on your own, I would say 20, 25, 30 hours.
Okay. And how many t-shirts do you need? I mean, how big?
How big you want to make
What's a standard size? What are we aiming for here with Tia's?
Well, I base the top size according to how many shirts she has.
Okay.
So if she has 20 shirts, I could make a full-size quilt.
Got you. Are you hoping for a full-sized quilt to wrap yourself up in?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. So what's the size of that? Like, what is that? Like,
you know what?
I have a pattern. Quilt? Okay. Like I'm trying. Like,
let me see if I put the dimensions on it.
Just like go on a bed, right?
Let's see if I need to revamp my pattern, shall we? see what it says.
Not that you're going to tell me a size, and it's probably not going to mean much to me because I'm going to be like, I don't know what it is.
No,
Or
I
are we
didn't
talking
even.
like a
Nope,
twin
I didn't put it
size-
in there.
Twin size comforter or something like that.
Yeah,
or
a twin
quilt?
size is usually about 12 shirts.
12
12
shirts,
shirts.
yeah.
It's about
Right.
what is it? 45 by 60.
Something like
50
that.
Okay,
by 60.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then
And
we
you
cut
can do
across
that
the
size
shoulders as
quickly.
well,
Okay.
so that we're separating
a twin
the front
size
and the
one.
back.
Yeah. Even for a beginner.
Even for a beginner.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Even for a
All right.
beginner.
Well, Tia is she's doing a great job cutting.
You are very good.
Any kind of scissors work, or do we need something special to get through the t-shirts?
You want sharp scissors.
Sharp scissors.
Yes.
Are there any like mistakes beginner quilters typically make, or
There are many mistakes. What were your mistakes? What were your mistakes?
I find that every time I make a quilt, I discover a new mistake.
Yes.
I've sewn the right side of the fabric to the wrong side of the other piece. I've cut what should be 2.5 inches, 2 inches. I've used frayed. I've gone off the edge of the sewing, and so there's an inch gap in the seam.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just makes
It's-
each piece unique, though, right?
Yes.
I mean,
It does.
It's not like you have to throw it away.
No, you
no,
can
no,
make
no.
it
Yeah,
over.
No,
and
no.
You learn patience.
Sure,
You do learn
sure do.
Sure, I bet. I bet.
And most of the time, you know, sometimes those mistakes, they're a design element then
Yes.
in your quilt. So
Yes.
Yeah.
you just roll with it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You say the pattern said
There are
to
no
do this, but I
mistakes.
thought this
I
might
thought this
Yeah.
would work better.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Look at that. Okay, so she has her.
So we've separated the front from
Yep,
the back.
okay.
So I've laid the front of the shirt,
toss this to the side.
down, you know, the pretty side down. And then I have pre-cut these squares of the fusible web. And if you feel it, you can feel one side that's a little bit bumpy.
yeah?
And the other side is smooth. The bumpy is the glue.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that the bumpy side is down. And then I just spread it on that shirt, and then we're just going to hold the iron down, and it then melts it
Perfect.
right to the shirt. So go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Well, Tia glues the shirt. Let's take another break, and when we come back, we'll see how it all gets fused together. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back.